I got another video for y'all. This Big Brother season 26, episode 17. Let's get into it. So, everybody's at the mercy of Tucker, and Quinn's sucking the nigga dick now. And he's like, Tucker says I'm not the target. He says it's Brooklyn. Like, who the fuck does Tucker think he is? Like, he's saying this nigga not a target because he beat his ass in every comp. It's like, imagine niggas are willing to save you just because they don't see you as a threat. And imagine the person who they just said that they don't see as a threat told them for the past 3 weeks that they wanted them out and attempted to and couldn't. Like, you're pathetic, Quinn. Quinn lets Brooklyn know that she's Tucker's target. She goes back and tells Tucker that Quinn said something to her. Tucker gets in his confessional and says that, that says a lot about Brooklyn. Does it really? I mean, Quinn is aligned with me. Not really, but at least that's what Brooklyn is thinking to herself. So the reason he told me is so I could come up with a plan to get up off the block. Granted, he didn't expect for me to just come and outright tell Tucker, but at the end of the day, he rocked with me. His only alliance to you is based off the fact that you're not putting him up. So, as he should, he's doing, even though I wouldn't do that, fuck that nigga. As Quinn should do and as expected, he's doing what he thinks will save his own ass. And if I'm Brooklyn, I'm doing the same. If I'm me, I say fuck it. Tucker wins the POV. And I need to stop telling y'all who's winning because we already know. Y'all making this nigga Tucker look like a god. In the game of Hide the Veto, Brooklyn throws Tucker's clothes everywhere. And after the game, Tucker tells him like, bro, I was going to save you. You know what I'm saying? But now you're doing all this stuff. He told Quinn that. Quinn was like, I didn't do it. Bro, fuck Tucker. Like, damn, this nigga ain't nobody daddy. I'm so tired of y'all begging and pleading to this nigga. Master Tucker, it wasn't me. I was just a field nigga. I know nothing about clothes. Ain't nobody, bruh. Fuck that nigga's clothes. If I'm Quinn, bruh, I would honestly, we all know Quinn's a bitch. That's why I said I couldn't be in there. Because niggas is not just talking to me. You'll have to send me home before I was a beg and plead on my knees. No, nigga, fuck that. I'd have been like, nigga, if you want me out, just say you want me out. Nobody fuck with your shit, bruh. But I can go in there right now and throw your shit around, but I didn't do that. But it's up to you. Let me know. Body cowering at the feet, kissing this nigga feet, feeding him grapes and shit like that. So, would you prefer the green grapes or the purple grapes? Nigga, shut up. I mean, it was smart on Brooklyn part because it looked like Quinn's the one that did it. So Quinn caught up with Tucker and told him all about the alliances and who did what pertaining to his stuff and the plans that everybody had, in the alliances. So in the veto meeting, Tucker calls out everybody's game and everybody who's in each alliance. Then he says he's going to use a POV on Quinn, which confirmed or should have confirmed to everybody that Quinn's the one that sold everybody out. But it's funny because it's like everybody gave this nigga some information. You know what I'm saying? Like, information is valuable in a game like this. Motherfuckers say, one or two things, nothing major. Niggas just said whatever. But it's like you sold everything, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You told this nigga you didn't graze over a piece of information. The nigga Ben said he was going to save you, so a lot of that shit wasn't even necessary. But to sell out every single last one of our games, nigga, look at you. Well, they didn't sell out Angela game because Angela's not fucking working with anybody. Well, you didn't sell out Leah's game, Mackenzie. Those bitches are outsiders. I'm talking about from the motherfuckers that's actually working, motherfuckers that's actually communicating, creating alliances in there. Like, yeah, niggas sold everybody out. It's like, damn, Quinn, like, how do you go from hating the nigga? And then he got the nerve to get in his confessional afterwards talking about some shit. Well, all this shit happened with him or whatever. But at the end of the day, when I get the chance to, first chance I get, I'm going to sell him out. Does that even really matter now? Like, does anybody even really care at this point? Because you just snitched on everybody. So it's like, now for you to go and say, oh, well, the next chance I get, he's on the first thing smoking. And it's like, bruh, but you tried that for 3 weeks in a row. You tried that for almost a month. You know what I'm saying? It's too late for you to be like, oh, okay, well, the next opportunity I get, you're not gonna have an opportunity. You had an opportunity for the past 3 weeks and you haven't done it. You haven't performed. You haven't showed up. Nobody wants to hear about what you could have did or what you should have did, because you should have did what you should have did when you should have did. Like, nobody wants to hear this anymore. And then it's like, okay, you got to think of it too from the perspective of like, okay, this week you just went and sold everybody out. Next week you talking about getting him out, but it's like, at this point, who even cares? At this point, you got way more enemies. You got way more ops. Like, it's too late for that, because you put all of our game on a silver platter. So if you think he's the only one you got to worry about, that's not accurate. All of us is coming after you. So Tucker ends up, like I said, giving Quinn the POV, and then he replaces Quinn with Chelsea. And Chelsea was in her confession like, who do I have to slap? Girl, take a second. Let's not get too emotional, and let's just think. If these two niggas have been beefing for the past couple weeks and been saying they was going to get each other out, either these niggas put on a performative show, they put on an act, they put on a theatrical play, or Quinn was in the back sucking dick. It's only two options here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean, who do you have to slap? And Brooklyn got in her confessional afterwards and was like, it's obvious that Quinn is the one that sold everybody out. I'm like, thank you. Why is Brooklyn becoming one of my faves? Even though it's looking like she probably is going to go home within the next 3 episodes, if not the next one tonight, you know what I'm saying? But she's become one of my faves. Like, just open your eyes for a second. And if I'm Brooklyn, it's like Quinn. It's like how I said before, how Quinn got more ops. If I'm Brooklyn, fuck Tucker. I don't care about Tucker. Cool, whatever. Like, we shouldn't let him get to the end, but everybody's so scared of him, and they keep continuously letting him win all these challenges and blow them out terribly, that it's like, oh, okay, so we're all at the feet of Tucker. So it's like, okay, if you guys are gonna be Tucker's bitches, fuck getting Tucker out. I want Quinn out if I'm Brooklyn, because it's like, nigga, after you couldn't beat this nigga week after week, you just decided after a while, oh yeah, well I'm gonna just work with you. And it's like, nigga, like you are I can't with this nigga. Like, the nerve. Then it's like, not only to work with that nigga and you not be the target, but to work with that nigga and give up everything. Like, this nigga told, there's not a thing that Quinn didn't tell him. What didn't Quinn tell him? Nigga literally told him everything, and it's like, fool. Like, wasn't this supposed to be your nemesis? Wasn't this supposed to be your enemy? And when you couldn't beat the nigga, I was sitting there patting you on the back. Fuck out of here, nigga. But anyway, that's the end of this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, sketch, friends. Forget about